Hi everyone, it's Miss Kilroy here. So today I just want to go over what we did in class just in case we went too fast and just to make sure you are on the right page. So to make sure your notebook is all set up. So when you open up your notebook, you paste it in this blank piece of paper. On this blank paper, I want you to put your first and last name and period, and then go ahead and color and design it to make it pretty and fancy and to make it look nice and sciencey. The next page, when you turn the page, you pasted down your table of contents. Notice how these pages do not have page numbers. Here's a close-up of what we wrote down. On page 0, we have our C notes, page 1 marking the text, and the rest of the titles for everything that we are going to be working on over the next week. So we're just filling out everything beforehand. Notice how number 2 is blank. Okay, once you turn the page after that, this is where I want you to start by putting page 0 on the left-hand side, bottom corner, and then page 1 on the right-hand side, bottom corner. We wrote C notes here at the top, marking the text up here on the right. We will be taking notes on these coming up soon. We're just labeling and organizing everything. We turn the page again. We have page 2 on the left and page 3 on the right. Write experimental methods very big, and then go ahead and decorate this title page as well, because this is our first unit. Turn the page. We have page 4 is our vocabulary page. Page 5 is our do now. Page 6, you will get this handout later. You will glue that in, and then page 7, you should have scientific method notes. Okay, so go ahead and turn to page 4. Your vocabulary page should be labeled, and it should be on the left-hand side. It should be on page 4. Make sure you're sticking to these exact page numbers. And now I'm going to pull up the notes you need to be taking. Okay, so turn to page 4, vocabulary. First word you need to write down is observation, which is any use of the 5 senses to gather information. The things you need to write down here is everything in red. So on your vocabulary page, write this down exactly how you see it, the word observation and then the definition. So remember in class the other day we were talking about observations are anything that we see, we feel, we can hear, you can taste, touch, all of those 5 senses. So it's straight facts. Next word you need to write down underneath the word observation is inference. Inference is a logical conclusion based on an observation. So during my demo the other day, you guys inferred that it was a candle because the object was in a candle stand, it was on fire. You made these logical conclusions from the things that you saw. Okay, and your third word is hypothesis. Now the first 2 words we've already gone over, so we're just putting them down in our notebook so we can refer to it later. Our third word is hypothesis, which is just an educated guess about an experiment's outcome. So you're predicting what you think will happen in an experiment. Also, if I'm ever going too fast in these videos, go ahead and press pause, and then you can take time to write down the whole definition. Alright, so here's an example of a hypothesis. So if students listen to music while they study, then they will do better on their test than if they did not listen to music. So this person's making a prediction. They think if they listen to music when they study, then they'll do better on their test. There's a couple key things you need to know about hypothesis. Always starts with the word if, and it also has a then. So if we do this, then I think this will happen. Okay, it also has a than. It's comparing it to something else. So if students listen to music while they study, then they will do better on their test than if they did not listen to music. Oh, just to let you know, you do not need to write this down. You're only writing things down in red. Okay, our fourth vocabulary word is control. Okay, the control group is the standard to which observations are compared. So in all experiments, we always have 2 groups, a control group and a variable group. The control group is kind of the boring group. It's the thing without the thing added. It's kind of the boring group, I call it. It's the plain, simple, the group we're comparing something to. So in this example, you can also identify the control from the hypothesis. The control group in this is the group of students who are not listening to music. So in this experiment, you'll have two test groups. One group of students that does listen to music, and one group of students that does not listen to music. Okay, the group without music is the boring group or the control group. Variable, this is our last word for the day. Our variable group is a factor that is changed in an experiment. So in all of our experiments, we're always going to have only one variable. You can only test one variable at a time because if you've tested more, you don't know which one caused the observation that you saw. So it's a factor that has changed in an experiment. Okay, so we have our example. Remember, we have two groups. The group that does not listen to music, which is the control group, and our variable group is the students who do listen to music. So if you notice how I broke this down, all of our hypotheses start with an if, and then the variable group is stated. So if students listen to music while they study, then they will do better on their test than if they did not listen to music. So our variable group comes first, and then our control group is at the end. So kind of nice little trick there for you to check out. And that's all we have. If you think I went too fast, go ahead and pause the video and rewatch it, and then make sure you have all of those vocabulary words listed on page 4. So good job with everything, and I will see you later.